Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to What's the Damage, the good old WTD question mark here on my channel, the segment on this channel where I can unleash all of my inner rage and sadness and anger and sorrow. I think I mixed up the order there, but all of those negative emotions that come with being a human being and whatnot, you know. And today's video is going to be quite possibly the most controversial topic that I've covered in a long time, you know, and it sort of builds on what I said in my last video here, which was reviewing A League of Their Own, the 2022 reboot series on Prime Video. And I really bashed that show a lot. I gave it a low rating and I called it out for, you know, including too many themes of LGBT and, you know, gay rights and this and that. And I haven't uploaded that video yet. Like at the time of recording this one right here, I still haven't uploaded it, so I don't know exactly how the reaction will be. But if I know the internet, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for it, you know, assuming it even gets a lot of views at all. But there has been a very strange relationship with, you know, my viewers and my videos here talking about LGBT, because it's usually like for example, I'll do a video showing support for the LGBT community and those who are against them will come and bash me, or I'll do a video like this one, you know, not showing support for them, but then, you know, I get bashed by the ones who do. So it's very, very strange. It's a double-edged sword, but the intention of this video is not to, you know, bring down, you know, gay people and their rights and this and that, you know. And if you just hear me the hell out, you know, just shut up and hear what I have to say, you might realize that there's a lot more here than meets the eye, okay? Now here's the thing. You guys might have noticed that in recent years there has been a lot of pandering, you know, to the LGBT community and other minorities as well, whether it's, you know, African Americans or Asians, right? So they're like, for example, I'm part of Hollywood. Hollywood is giving people of these, you know, different races and ethnicities, you know, leading roles in movies and TV shows so they can be, you know, represented in the spotlight, which is very good. I'm all for that, you know. I recently watched, not even that recent, but some time ago, I saw Crazy Rich Asians, you know, one of the best movies I've ever seen, you know, and it is very, very heavily focused on Asian culture, you know, and their beliefs, and it's really cool, it's really nice, but there are certain things that are being done that I don't agree with because they just don't make sense. Like, they recently remade Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you know. The original was with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, you know, and it was a really good movie. It was released back in 2005, I think. Loved it. And all of a sudden, for no reason at all, they just decided, hey, let's remake it. Let's make it into a TV show, but now with a black lead and an Asian lead. You know, it's like, why? It doesn't make sense. I haven't watched it and I won't, you know, I refuse to, but it's like, I'm pretty sure that they will include gay characters in there somehow. But going back to the topic of A League of Their Own, what I think about the inclusion is that it's just unnecessary. It's not wrong, it's just unnecessary, because lately you are starting to, you know, put so many LGBT themes in everything that people consume, whether it's movies or TV shows or, you know, video games, music videos. You are shoehorning them into so many aspects of society that you're starting to alienate people who aren't, you know, on their side. Just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up in case you're unaware of how the world works, not everybody is for the LGBT community, right? Me, for example, I'm neutral. I'm not for or against. I don't care. Let them do whatever the hell they want. Let them be happy. As long as no gay guys, you know, hit on me, I'm perfectly fine with it, you know. But because I'm a heterosexual man, I'm attracted only to women. When I see too much of this gay content on TV, it starts to make me feel uncomfortable. Not because I'm against them, but because I don't practice it in real life, you know? It's like, I don't know, watching a movie where a character is very openly racist, or a documentary about the Ku Klux Klan or something, you know what I mean? You watch it to learn, but it makes you uncomfortable. You know, you're watching a documentary about Adolf Hitler, you know, it's going to make your skin crawl, you know, because you're obviously, or should obviously, be against that kind of thing, you know, in this case, Nazism. And here we go. Here come the people in the comments calling me out for comparing, you know, LGBT to Nazism. That is not the point at all. If you think that, you really need to go back to school, man. And you're missing a few brain cells up there. I'm not comparing those two things. I'm trying to make an example of things that would make me uncomfortable to watch, you know. I'm a very, like, weak-stomached person. I feel queasy when I see too much violence, so I don't consume violent movies or slashers or all of that thing. So I'm not gonna watch something that makes me feel that way. It's the same thing with, too many depictions of gay sexual themes in movies and TV today, right? So it's like, for example, A League of Their Own. The original movie was all about, female empowerment, and feminism, and camaraderie, girls coming together to play a sport and showing that they belong and they deserve respect and they demand it through the field, a classic story, timeless message, really good themes and really good cast as well, good conflicts, a very healthy mix of comedy and drama. And then 30 years later, they make a show that takes all of that and reduces it dramatically. It's like 10% of the entire series was baseball related, and sports themed, and the rest was just lesbian drama, and that's like, it doesn't really make sense for you to take something from so long ago and remake it just to pander to everybody today, man. You could very well, this actually speaks a lot about the lack of creativity today with certain screenwriters and producers and movie directors, filmmakers in general. They will take an idea from back in the day and they're like, you know what, this should have been more gay, or this should have been more Asian, this should have had more African Americans, this should have been more this should have been more that. So they start remaking a bunch of stuff and thinking that they are going to be more woke and represent more of a certain culture, when instead, to people like me, they're just desperately pandering, because you're going to make a show like A League of Their Own that is pretty much 90% lesbian drama, and then the people who are against it or just don't like it for any particular reason aren't going to watch it. You literally made that show for the LGBT community and nobody else, That's what sucks. And people who are in the LGBT community, they could watch and enjoy the original movie with no issues, like everybody can watch it. But this one is very, very complicated. Like, for example, the movie, I don't know if this is a good example, but the movie Turning Red, a Disney movie, it's a really good movie, I did like it, but I felt very awkward and uncomfortable watching because it is very clearly geared towards teenage girls, or women who once were teenage girls, right? There's nothing wrong with boys watching it, but they're not going to relate, you know what I mean? It's the same thing with A League of Their Own. Only people who are gay or trans or bi or whatever are going to relate to it, and the rest are not going to enjoy it. Like, you can't just shoehorn gays into every single part of entertainment today and expect everybody to just be cool with it, man. But what I think is happening is that people are setting traps in Hollywood, like, for example, with The Little Mermaid, right? For some reason, somebody decided that she has to be black, even though she never was. Like, for decades and decades and decades, for a long time, the original Little Mermaid, was like, I'm exaggerating, by the way, it's not like she's been around since the early 1900s, but it's been a long time where we associate the Little Mermaid as being a white girl with blue hair and with blue eyes and red hair, with all of the movies and the TV shows and the media and the merchandise. All of a sudden, she's African American, she's black, why? Because Hollywood wants to pander to that, and also it's really interesting if you start to think about it, because by making her black, it's like, okay, we're gonna make her black and just throw her out there and see what happens. If any person objects to it, they are automatically racist. And that's obviously not how it works, There are people who just, like me, for example, it's not that I'm against her being black, I just don't know why she is. Why did you change it, It's like, oh, but we have to represent, black people. Okay, cool. Why didn't you remake Princess and the Frog, which has a literal black actress, a black character in the lead? Princess Tiana was the first African-American princess ever in Disney canon. You had the opportunity there just sitting. It was gift wrapped for you. Let's remake the Princess and the Frog. Maybe even cast the same actress, who played the Little Mermaid. But no, forget about that. Nobody wants to see the rural Louisiana, a really good soundtrack with good characters, memorable themes. Nah, forget about that. Let's just take a character who's always been white and force her to be black just because we can. And if anybody disagrees with it, well, they're racist. Oh, Hollywood. And I was following along with the whole controversy, like the Little Mermaid being black. I saw people on Twitter sharing their opinions, and there are people who are arguing like, yeah, well, mermaids don't exist, so she can be whatever skin color, they want her to be, You can enjoy mermaids, without being racist. Oh, screw yourselves, people. Go to hell already, man. She was never black to begin with, dude. There's no reason to change it just to pander to the African American community, dude. Oh, but you're racist. No, I'm not, and nobody is, so go screw yourself, okay? There are people who may legitimately be racist against black people today, but it's not the case of a lot of the people who I know, for example, who are against her being black, or maybe not necessarily against, just didn't understand why she changed, you know? It doesn't make any sense. I haven't even watched the Little Mermaid remake, and I won't because I don't want to. You know, to me, Ariel is always going to be the Ariel that I know, which is white, red hair. That's Ariel to me, okay? You can do whatever the hell you want with her. You can change her. You can make 2, 3 sequels, you know, with the Black Little Mermaid. I don't care. I don't, okay? But that's my opinion, you know? The problem is that people today don't really seem to be able to respect other people's opinions if they, like, I don't know, man, this generation is just filled with, like, whining brats, you know? Everybody's always hopping on social media to complain about something and cancel somebody for whatever or anything at all, or sometimes even nothing, you know? And going back to the LGBT thing, it's the same thing, you know? It's like instead of, like, if you guys really want to represent gay characters or the gay community or this and that, there are many more clever and intelligent ways to do this, you know? Like, you can make an entire movie or a television series that is about them, you know, share some documentaries about how empowering it was to, I don't know, man, I don't really know how this works, honestly. I don't know anything about the gay community, I gotta be honest with you, but like putting a bunch of gay characters into every single movie and TV show that you're releasing today is not the way to do it, man, you know, because I'm starting to feel like movies were only good back in like the 80s and 90s, early 2000s, you know, because they weren't pandering to anybody, you know, they just made movies however they wanted to. They were good, they were funny, they were entertaining, but now it's like, no, there's a quota. We need to have gay characters somewhere in the script, you know, or else it's not gonna work, you know. God forbid we do anything that isn't gay, you know. Like, for example, the new Last Airbender series on Netflix, you know, 8 episodes, really good, I loved it. Kind of weird writing and pacing and the acting was crap, but still, you know, it was going well. But of course they had to shoehorn something gay related in there, you know, which was when the Cave of Two Lovers were, instead of a traditional man and woman, which was actually canon in the story, now they made it 2 women. They just gotta do it, man. They have to shoehorn it in somehow, and I have no idea how or why. It's really stupid. But there was also this other thing that, like, I forgot exactly what the controversy was, but something to do with the trans community, I don't know, but like freaking how people now are transgender, and because they changed their sex, they now feel, how can I say this? Like, for example, a trans person, I don't know, a woman becomes a man, or the man becomes the woman, and then they go on Tinder and start looking for dates, but they don't say that they're trans, you know? So the person basically has to guess, you know? It's like, I have gone through this myself, you know, where I matched with somebody on Tinder or another dating app, and they look like a woman, but then I find out that they're actually trans, you know? Some of them were actually, you know, nice enough to say, look, I'm trans, is that okay with you? I'm like, no, it's not, you know, I'm cool, fine, go have a nice day. But others just outright, like, assume the different sex. Like, if you have a sex change, you don't automatically become a man or a woman, you know, you become a trans man or a trans woman. You cannot take out the trans in your label. You can't just have a sex change and say, I'm a woman now. You have to say you're trans, because like there are people who don't like the idea of being with somebody who has a sex change, man, you know. It's not that they're against you, dude. Like, I cannot stress this enough. It's not because somebody is uncomfortable with you having a sex change that they are against you and want you to die. They just feel, it's not the way they were brought up, man. There are people who have different beliefs. They come from different cultures, different religions, you know, they think differently than you. A lot of the world is becoming much more woke and progressive, you know. I think they're just becoming sensitive and butthurt, but still, you have to, like, if you want respect, if you are of the community that you feel is persecuted, whether it's LGBT or bi or trans or whatever, if you feel persecuted and disrespected, try to look at yourself first before you look at people who you think are disrespecting you. Like, are you also respecting society? Like, if somebody is against you, you know, like, do you like turn around and walk away, or do you try to engage them? Like, it doesn't, I don't know, man. It's really strange, it's weird. Like, you have to, for example, a person who is gay and is trying to get with somebody who's not gay, you're clearly disrespecting them. So how could you think that they would ever respect you? Do you know what I mean? But still, it's a very complicated topic to talk about, isn't it? you know, there might actually be some like-minded people who watch this video and they're like, well, hey, look, dude, like, if you're so uncomfortable with so many, you know, gay themes present in everything that you watch, then why do you keep watching them? Because I don't have a choice. Like it seems like everything that I watch has this just crammed in somewhere, somehow, you know? Whether it's one character or several characters, you know? I don't know, dude. You know, like the point is that if you feel like you are, you know, within this specific group, this community here, go be happy, man. Like I said in my League of Their Own video review, you know, the movie review, oh my God. Like I said in my League of Their Own TV review, just be happy, go do you, you know. If you're gay, go be proud of it, go be happy, do whatever the hell you want. I swear I don't care. And that is the point. I don't care. Like I said before, I'm not for nor am I against. I am neutral. I do not care. Do what the hell you want with your life, okay? You only live once. If you feel attracted to the opposite sex, go for it, you know? And if you feel represented in today's cinema, okay, cool, congrats, good for you. But it's just weird, man. It's weird, you know. I don't feel like, I understand that Hollywood has become much more inclusive with this in recent years, but just chill, man. You know, like I would actually, like, if for example, the Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing that I said earlier in the video, I would be much more, you know, respectful and admirable if they did a completely original story instead of remaking an old movie that nobody asked to be remade anyway. You know, there are certain things that just don't need to happen in Hollywood, dude, you know? But whatever, I'm not because I can imagine if I was a filmmaker, you know, or a movie director, and I put together a movie that's just, you know, regular, you know, with the plot and characters and conflicts and this and that, but I didn't include any gay characters in it, I'm pretty sure I would be called out by somebody. It's like, well, they should have included something related to the LGBT community, like it's a requirement or something. It's like an unwritten rule in Hollywood now. It's an invisible quota that everybody needs to meet, you know, every producer or screenwriter or whatever, you know. It's weird, man. If I was an actor, I would never kiss another man, by the way, just to let you know. I don't care if it's like for a YouTube skit or a movie, you know. I would never kiss a member of the same sex. I don't care, you know. Oh, but it's just acting. I don't care. I would never do it, and it feels wrong to me. It's gross, but if other people do it, go ahead. This is just my standpoint. I am straight. I like women, so the idea of making out with another guy is just icky to me, okay? That's just me, all right? I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that I wouldn't do it. But anyway, I've been recording for about 18 minutes now. This is just a concept vlog, you know, like 18 and a half minutes, more or less. I don't even know if you can see it because usually the phone sucks at focusing on this, you know. But yeah, so why am I showing my phone? 18 and a half minutes, you know. This got really long for a concept vlog, you know, which is just a vlog where I come here and talk to you guys with very minimal, if any, editing at all. I just get so pissed with this, man. This was a proper what's the damage right here. I get so angry with you guys wanting to include things in places where they shouldn't be, dude. It's a huge controversy now, you know. But whatever. You can't please everybody, which is the main point, right? Like, you're always gonna have people who are either for, against, or neutral with the LGBT, so I guess, I don't know. And it's not even LGBT anymore, is it? Now it's LGBTQBIXYZ2, I don't know, there's way too many letters now, but I don't care. I'm just gonna say LGBT because it's easier, and that's life. Oh my God. I'm recording this video already fearing the hate that I'll probably get. But okay, well, if you happen to like this video, which I think is gonna be a hard thing to do, but if you happen to like this video, then please go ahead and give it a like and also subscribe to my channel if you feel so inclined. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit the notification bell too, so you can know whenever I upload, because there's videos coming out every other day now, community posts, shorts, you know, it's all good, guys, it's all good. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy. I've been yelling a lot lately. I've been yelling today. But okay, guys, I'm out. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Roll the outro screen. Ah, jeez.